Welcome back everyone. Today we are going to start the chapter 1 of mathematics integers. 1.1 Introduction. We have learnt about whole numbers and integers in class 6. We know that integers form a big collection of numbers which contain whole numbers and negative numbers. What other differences do you find between the whole number and integer? In this chapter, we will study more about integers, their properties and operations. First of all, we will review and revise what we have done about integers in the previous class. So we are recalling it. We know how to represent integer on number line. Some integers are marked on the number line as given below. So you can see this is a number line. It starts from 0. It is the positive integers, and in the left side of the 0 it is negative integers. So can you write these marked integers in ascending order? The ascending order of this number is -5, -1, 3. Why did we choose -5 as the smallest integer? So -5 is the small integer in this series of -5, -1 and -3. -1, -5, -1 and 3, because -5 will contains negative, and the more the negative, it will be the smaller. Some points are marked with integer on the following number line. Write this integer in descending order. So when we write in descending order, the descending order is 14, 8, 3. So you can see here 14, 8, 3 and then 0. The above number line has only few integers filled. Why write appropriate number at each dot? So you can write the appropriate numbers in the each dot. So try this. One, a number line representing integer is given below. So you can see a number line representing an integer. So you can see -3 and -2 marked by E. So -3 by E and F, and -2 by F respectively. Which integer are marked by B, D, H, J, M and O? Arrange -7, -5, 4, 0 and -4 in ascending order, and then mark them on a number line to check your answer. So you can write it like that. We have done addition and subtraction in integers in our previous class. Read the following statements. On a number line, we can add a positive integer. We move it to the right. So when we add a positive integer, it will be moved to the right side of the 0. Add a negative integer, we move to the left. So when we add a negative integer, we move to the left in the number line. Subtract a positive integer, we move to the left. So when we subtract a positive integer, we will move to the left. Subtract a negative integer, we move to the right. State whether the following statements are correct or incorrect. Correct those which are wrong. When two positive integers are added to a positive integer, when two positive integers are added, we get a positive integer. So it is a true. When two negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. So this is false. We will when two negative integers are added, we get a negative integer. When a positive integer and a negative integer are added, we always get a negative integer. So there, when we add a positive integer and a negative integer, we get a negative integer. So this is also false. So the numbers, if it is a positive integer, when we add to a positive integer with a negative integer, it might be a positive or a negative integer. It depends on the face value of the integer. Additive inverse of an integer 8 is -8, and additive integer of -8 is 8. So inverse of 8 is -8 and additive inverse of -8 is 8. For subtraction, we add the additive integer of the integer that is being subtracted to the other integer. -10 plus 3 is equal to +10 minus 3. So this is also wrong. 8 plus -7 minus 4 minus. So this one becomes positive. This one is also false, because minus will become plus. So here it will become minus plus, and the plus here, the minus and plus will become minus. So here it will come minus. So it is wrong. Compare your answer with the answer given below. Correct for example. So two positive integer will give 129, and B 113 plus 189 will give a positive integer. Construct 5 more example in support of this statement. Incorrect, since -6 plus -7 is equal to -13, which is not a positive integer. We have discussed above. Two negative integer will not give a positive integer. It will always give a negative integer. Construct 5 more example on the statement. Incorrect statement, negative integer plus positive integer is equal to positive, which is not a negative integer. So The correct statement in when one positive integer and one negative integer are added, we take the difference and place the sign of the bigger integer. So it is clear, it depends on the sign of the bigger integer. So here the sign of the bigger integer is positive, so it will be positive integer. The bigger integer is decided by ignoring the sign of both the integers. For example, you can see here minus 56 plus 73. So plus 73 is bigger, so the plus sign will come. Minus 113 plus 82. So minus is bigger, so we will get minus 31. 16 plus minus 23. So we will get minus, because of minus 23 plus 125 plus minus 101. So it is positive. 125 is greater and positive, so you will get positive 24. So construct 5 more examples for verifying this statement. So the fourth statement is also correct. Some of the examples of additive inverse are as given below. So 10's additive inverse is minus 10. Integer minus 10's additive integer is plus 10. 76 additive integer is minus 76, and minus 76 additive integer is 76. So thus the additive integer of any integer a is minus a, and additive inverse of minus a is a. So a is minus a and minus a is a, so it is also correct. So fifth one is correct. Subtraction is opposition of addition, and therefore we add it to the other integer. For example, 56 minus 73 is equal to 56 plus additive inverse of 73 is minus 73. So we will get 56 plus minus 73 is equal to minus 17. 56 minus minus 73 is equal to 56 plus of additive inverse, so it will become positive. 56 plus 73 is equal to 129. Then minus 75 minus 45, then additive integer of it will become positive, so you will get minus 124. And then minus 100 minus 175 will become positive, and you will get 72. So like this, write at least such example to verify the statement. Thus we find that for two integers a and b, a minus b is equal to a plus additive inverse of b is equal to a plus minus b. A minus b is equal to a additive integer of minus b is equal to a plus b. So incorrect, since minus 10 plus 3 is equal to minus 7, and 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. What was the sixth statement? Let's see. Sixth statement was minus 10 plus 3 is equal to 10 minus 3. Okay, so we will come here. So it is incorrect. Minus plus 3 is equal to minus 7, and 10 minus, so we have discussed it above. Therefore minus 10 plus 3 is not equal to 10 minus 3. So it is incorrect, since 8 plus minus 7 minus 4 is equal to 8 plus minus 7 plus 4 is equal to 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. And this one is also 11. So however, 8 plus minus 7 minus 4 is equal to 8 minus 7 plus 4. So it is incorrect. These three, try these. We have done various patterns with numbers in our previous class. You can also find a pattern of each of the following. If yes, complete. So you can see here 7, 3, minus 1 and 5. So 4 is subtracting every time. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 3 minus 4 is equal to minus 1. Minus 4 minus 5 is equal to minus 4 minus 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 5. Minus 5 minus 4 is equal to minus 9, and then further minus 13, and then minus 17. So here also minus 2 is minus 2, minus 2 minus 2 minus 4, minus 4 minus 2 is equal to minus 6, minus 6 minus 2 is equal to minus 8, minus 10, minus 12, minus 14. So similarly here also it is subtracting by 5. 15 minus 5 is equal to 10. 10 minus 5, 5, 0, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, and then so on. Here minus 3 is subtracting, minus 3 is adding here, minus 3 will, we are adding 3 here. So minus 11 plus 3 is equal to minus 8, plus 3 is equal to minus 5, plus 3 is equal to minus 2, plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 4, and then 7. So you can get here. Make some more such pattern and ask your friends to complete them. So you can make some more and add it to, ask to a friend. So you have to complete this exercise 1. by yourself. It is very easy. I have done this. 1.3 Properties of addition and subtraction of integers. 1.3.1 Closure under addition. We have learned that sum of two whole numbers is again a whole number. For example, 17 plus 24 is equal to 41, which is again a whole number. We know that this property is known as the closure property for addition of the whole number. So let us see whether this property is true for integers or not. Following are some pairs of integer. Observe the following table and complete it. So you can see this is a whole number, result as an integer. You can see 17 plus 23 is equal to 40. Here minus 7 will come. It is also an integer, and then so on. You can do that. Every result will come as an integer. So minus 20 here in 6th one, in 7th it is minus 45. So every result is an integer. So what do you observe? Is the sum of two integer always an integer? Did you find a pair of integer whose sum is not an integer? Since addition of integer gives integer, we say integers are closed under addition in general. For any two integer a and b, a plus b is an integer. So when we add two integers, the solution or answer will always be an integer. 1.3.2 Closure under subtraction. What happens when we subtract an integer from another integer? Can we say that the difference is also an integer? So here also the same will come. 7 minus 9 is equal to minus 2 is an integer. 17 minus in minus will become plus. So here will come 8 and 3, 38. So positive of 38 is also a positive integer. And then here also it will become positive, and 8 minus 14 is equal to 6. Result is a integer. So you can see here also it will become positive, and minus 11 its a result is a integer. And here 32 plus minus 1 will become plus. So 32 plus 17 will become 49, and 49 is an integer. Here also it will become 0. 0 is an integer, and minus 29 minus 0 is equal to minus 29. So it is also an integer. What do you observe? Is there any pair of integer whose difference is not an integer? Can we say integers are closed under subtraction? Yes, we can see that integers are closed under subtraction. If a and b are two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Do the whole number satisfy this property? So this property is satisfied. 1.3.3 Cumulative property. So commutative property, we know that 3 plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So we can write 3 plus 5 as 5 plus 3 also. So that is the whole number can be added in any order. So whole number can be added in any order. In other words, addition is commutative for whole numbers. Can we say that the same for integer also? So you can say here 5 plus minus 6 is equal to minus 1, and then minus 6 plus 5 is equal to minus 1. So here also it is same. It will be the same answer. So it also satisfies the commutative property. Are the following equal? So here also the following are equal. There is no problem in any one of this. So this is satisfying. All the three are satisfying. Try the 5 other pairs of integer. Do you find any pair of integer for which the sum is different when the order is changed? Certainly not. We say that addition is commutative for integer. In general, for any two integer a and b, we can say that a plus b is equal to b plus a. So this is commutative property. You can highlight this. We know that subtraction is not commutative for whole numbers. It is commutative for integer. Consider the integer 5 and minus 3. So when we see here, it will become positive. Minus will become positive, the same as so it is not same as this, because this is another thing and this is another thing. So it will not satisfy, because 5 minus 3 is equal to 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. So this is a different thing, and here there will be minus 8. So this is both of them are totally different thing. Take at least 5 different pairs of integer and check this. We conclude that subtraction is not commutative for integers. So subtraction is not commutative for integers. 1.3.4 Associative property. Observe the following example. Consider the integer minus 3, minus 2 and minus 5. Look at minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2 and minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. The first in the first sum, minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together, and in the second, minus 5 and minus 3 are grouped together. We will check whether it will get different results. So you can see here the first one it will become minus 10. When you will add all these,
all of these are negative, so it will become added and it will come to minus 10. And here it will also be the same, it will also become minus 10. So in the both the cases we get minus 10, that is minus 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 5 plus minus 2 plus minus 3. Similarly consider minus 3, 1 and minus 7. So here also it will be the same. So you can see here 3 plus 1 in all of this will become, it will become say minus 6 minus 9 is equal to minus 3. So it will become minus 3 minus 6 is equal to minus 9, and here it will become minus 2 plus minus 9 is equal to minus 9. So both will become minus 9. So it is same as both are same. So it is take 5 more such example. You will not find any example for which the sum are different. So addition is a associative for integer. So it is an associative property. Take 5 more such example. We have done that. In the general, for any integer a and b and c, we can say that a plus in bracket b plus c is equal to in bracket a plus b plus c. So it is an associative property. So we are now seeing the 1.3.5 additive identity. When we add 0 to any whole number, we get the same whole number. So when we add a 0 to any whole number, we get a whole number. Same whole number we will get. So if we add 0 to any number, we get that number only. 0 is an additive identity for the whole number. It is an additive identity again for integers also. Observe the following and fill in the lines. So in minus 1 is 8 plus 0 is equal to 0. So if you add anything to any number 0, it will be the same number. So the above example shows that 0 is additive identity for integers. You can verify it by adding 0 to any of the other 5 integers in general for any integer a. So you can see here a plus 0 is equal to a is equal to 0 plus a. So anything you add to 0 will become the same integer. So you can try these examples. So you can see here there are you can write a pair such that it becomes minus 3. So you can write a pair of minus 1 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 3. So these are very easy examples. You can solve it by yourself. So now we are seeing 1.4 multiplication of integers. We can add and subtract integers. Let us now learn how to multiply integers. 1.4.1 multiplication of a positive and a negative integer. We know that multiplication of a whole number is repeated addition. So multiplication of whole number is a repeated addition. For example, you can see 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 3 into 5 is equal to 15. So you can see 3 times 5 is equal to 3 into 5 is equal to 15. It's representing the same thing. Can you represent addition of integer in the same way? So you can try this. 4 times minus 8 will become positive, and 8 into minus 2, this will also become positive of 16. Sorry, no, it will not become positive. It will be, sorry, I said a wrong thing. It will be negative itself, but 4 times. 4 times of 8 will become 32 negative, and here also minus 16, and here minus 21, here minus 10. So anything you multiply with a negative will become a negative term. So we have the following number line: minus 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 5 will become minus 15. So all the signs are negative, so it will add itself and it will become a negative 15. So you can see here minus 5 was added, then minus 5, then minus 5. So here minus 15 came. So but we can also write minus 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 5 is equal to 3 into 3 times minus 5. It is the same thing. So 3 into minus 5 is equal to minus 15. Therefore similarly minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4. So you can write 4 times 5 times minus 4 is equal to minus 20. Say the same thing. So you can see here minus 4 is added, minus 4 is added, minus 4 is added, minus 4, and then minus 4 again. So also for 3 also you can write like this: 4 into minus 3, and here 3 into minus 7 will give the answer minus 21. So now let us see how the following product of positive integer and negative integer without using number line. Let us find 3 into minus 5 in a different way. First find 3 into 5, then put the minus sign. So you can see here you have 3 into 5, 15, and you can put the minus sign in front of it. So it will become minus 15. So before the product obtained, you will get minus 15. That is, we find minus 3 into minus in bracket 3 into 5 is equal to minus 15. Similarly, 5 into minus 4 is equal to, the 5 will become inside and the minus will be the common for both, so you will get minus 20. Find in a similar way the same thing. So you can see here minus will come outside and 4 into 8 32, minus will come in front, so minus 32. And here 6 into minus 5 is equal to minus 30, 3 into minus 7 is equal to minus 21, 2 into minus 9 is equal to minus 18. Using this method we thus have 10 into minus 43 is equal to minus 340. So you can see here minus 430. So it is same. So you can see why it is giving minus here. Yes, it's the same thing. Minus will come outside. So that's it. And here also you can see there are similarly the minus will come outside and you can multiply 6 into 19 will become 500, sorry, not 500, it will become 114 negative. In negative it will be 114, and then here also 12 into 32. So what will be the 12 into 32? 12 into 32 will become 384, negative 384, and here also 7 into minus 22 will become how much it will be, 140 and 14, so minus 144 it will become. So it is clear now. Negative sign will come outside. Till now we multiplied integers as positive into negative integer. Let us now multiply them as negative integer and positive integer. So we will find negative into positive. To find, we observe 3 into 5 is equal to 15, 2 into 5 is equal to 10, 15 minus 5 is also equal to 10. So they are writing it in another way. All these terms, 0 into 15 is equal to 0 into 5 is equal to 0, minus 1 into 5 is equal to minus 5. So it's the same thing what they are doing here. So here also minus 2 into 5 is equal to minus 5, minus 5 is equal to minus 10. Same thing they are writing in a different way. So here minus 15 is written in the form of minus 10, minus 5. So we already have 3 into minus 5 is equal to minus 15. So we can get minus 3 into 5 is equal to minus 15. Same thing is written 3 into minus 5. It will be the same thing, you can write it in any way. Using such pattern we also get minus 5 into 4 is equal to minus 20, and similarly we can write 5 into minus 4. So you can find different terms they are given here. Check whether and this using this you can find all these things. We thus find that while multiplying a positive integer and a negative integer, we multiply them as a whole number and put a minus sign before the product. We thus get a negative integer. So it is clear. You can try these examples. Very easy examples. You should simply have to multiply this and put a negative sign in front of it. Here also the same thing. You should write the same thing and put the negative sign in front of it. In general, for any two positive integer a and b, we can say a into minus b is equal to minus a into b is equal to minus a outside and a into b. So it is very clear. 1.4.2 multiplication of two negative integer. So we know that the multiplication of two negative integer is a positive integer. So you can see, observe the following: minus 3 into minus 4 is equal to minus 12. So one is negative and one is positive, the result will be negative. And if both are negative, then you will get a positive integer. You can see here when minus 3 and minus 1 is multiplied, we will get minus minus will become positive, so plus 3. And here also you can see minus minus will become positive. So here 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So here was it. So you observed the pattern. So you can see here, you can also write in your own way. So you can see 3 minus 3 will become into plus 9, and minus 3 minus 4 will multiply and you will get minus minus will become positive and 12. So positive of 12. And now observe these products and fill in the blanks. So you can see here one is negative and one is positive. So the product will be negative. So negative 16 will be the answer. Here also the same thing. And you can also write the minus 12 as minus 16 plus 4.
because the negative integer is bigger, so negative will be there and plus 4 will become minus 12. So the minus 12 will be the answer. So you can see here minus 4 into 2 is equal to minus 8, and you can write minus 8 as minus 12 plus 4. Here also minus 4 into 1 is equal to minus 4, minus 4 into 0 is equal to 0. Anything multiplied into 0 will become 0. It may be negative, positive, anything, it will become 0. Here also minus minus will become plus and 4. Here also minus 4 into minus 2 will become positive of 8. Here minus 4 into minus 3 will become plus 12. So from this pattern we observe that minus minus will become plus, and you can see here, you can write also in this form. So minus minus will become positive here, you can see here. So here also you can put minus 12 is the answer, and you can see here 4 into 3. So observe these products. We can say that the product of two negative integer is a positive integer. We multiply the two negative integer as whole numbers and put the positive sign before the product. So it is clear. So minus minus, we'll put a positive sign in front and we will multiply both. So we'll get 120. Here also, minus 15 into minus 6 will become positive of 90. So in general, for any two positive integer a and b, minus a minus b is equal to a into b. So you can try these examples, and here is a game. Take a board marked from minus 104 to positive 104 as shown in the figure. Take a bag containing 2 blue and 2 red dice. Number of dots on the blue dice indicates positive integer and the number of dots on the red dice indicates negative integer. So positive integer is blue and negative integer is red. Okay. Every player will place his or her counter at 0. Each player will take out 2 dice at a time from the bag and throw them. So you can see here the picture, it is marked from positive to negative 104. So after every throw, the player has to multiply the number marked on the dice. So he has to multiply it. If the product is positive integer, then the player will move his counter towards 104. So if the product is positive, he will move towards 104. If the product is negative integer, then the player will move towards the counter towards the negative side, towards 104 negative. The player who reaches either minus 104 or 104 first is the winner. So you can do that. 1.4.3 product of 3 or more negative integer. So here Euler in his book Anleitung zur Algebra 1770 was one of the first mathematician to attempt to prove minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1. So Euler was the first guy. We observed that the product of two negative integer is positive, but what will be the product of three negative integer? 4 negative integers. So we can observe the following example. So you can see negative negative will become positive. Here are 2. When there is 3, then it will become negative. You can see the 2 will become positive, but one more negative is there, so it will become negative. One negative will be left out, so it will become a negative integer. So 12 into minus 2 is equal to minus 24. Here also minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. So here are 4, then it will become a positive integer. These 2 will become positive and this 2 will become positive. The answer will be positive integer. Okay, and then here negative, 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 negative. Then the answer will be negative integer. So you can see here negative 120. From the above product, we observe that the product of 2 negative integer is a positive integer. The product of 3 negative integer is a negative integer. Product of 4 negative integer is a positive integer. What is the product of 5 negative integer? You know that it is negative integer. So what will be the product of 6 negative integer? It will be positive integer. We further see that in A and C above, the number of negative integers that are multiplied are even. So when there is even number of integers that are negative, then it will become a positive integer. If it is in odd series, then it will become a negative integer. So here it is said 2 or 4 respectively, and the product obtained in A and D are positive integer. The number of negative integers that are multiplied in B and D is odd, and the product obtained in B and D are negative integers. So it is clear. So a special case is here. Consider the following statements and resultant products. Minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to positive 1. 3 times minus 1 is equal to minus. 4 times minus 1 is equal to positive, and 5 times minus 1 is equal to negative. It is clear. This means that if the integer minus 1 is multiplied even numbers of time, the product will be positive 1. And if the integer negative 1 is multiplied odd number of times, the product is minus 1. You can check this by making pairs of minus 1 in the statement, This is usually in working out products of integers. So we find that if the number of the negative integer is a product is even, then the product is a positive integer. If the number of negative integer is the product of odd, then the product is a negative integer. So it is clear. Justify it by taking 5 more examples of each. So you can try out these examples. Very easy examples are there. Properties of multiplication of integers. 5.1 closure under multiplication. So observe the following table and complete it. So you can see here minus 20 into minus 5 is equal to 50. Product of an integer. Here also minus, and here also will be minus, and here also it will become plus, and here also it will become plus, and here minus. So you can do that. What do you observe? Can you find a pair of integer whose product is not an integer? No. This gives us an idea that the product of two integers is again an integer. So we can say that integers are closed under multiplication. So in general, a into b of an integer for all integers a and b. Find the product of 5 more pairs of the integer. Verify the above statement. So here 1.5.2 commutativity of multiplication. We know that the multiplication is commutative for whole numbers. Can we say multiplication is also commutative for integer? So commutative, observe the following table and complete it. So it is the example of commutative. So you can see here 3 into minus 4 is equal to 12. So you can write it as minus 4 into 3 is equal to minus 12. So it will become equals. It is the same thing. If you interchange in a commutative property, it will be equal. Here also minus 30 into 12 into minus 30 will give the same answer. So it will be equal. Minus 30 into minus 12 is equal to 12 into minus 30. So it is the same here also. Positive 150, it will become positive 150. So this thing and this thing, minus 150 into minus 10, minus 10 into 15 will become equal. Here also the same thing. Here also you can write the same thing. Here also it will become 15. It will become 15. So you can write it as minus 15 into minus 1 is equal to minus 1 into minus 15. So inference will be the equal to. What are your observations? The above example suggests multiplication is commutative of our integer. Write 5 more such example and verify. In general, for any two integer a and b is equal to b into a. Same thing. So 1.5.3 multiplication by 0. So whatever you multiply by 0, it will become 0. We know that any whole number when multiplied by 0 gives 0. Observe the following product of negative integers and 0. These are obtained from the pattern done earlier. So you can see here anything multiplied by 0 will become 0. This shows that the product of a negative integer is 0 and 0 is a 0. In general, for any integer a into 0 or is equal to 0 into a will become 0. Anything multiplied to 0 will become 0. 1.5.4 multiplicative identity. We know that 1 is the multiplicative identity for whole number. Check that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers as well. Observe the following products of integer with 1. So you can see whatever you multiply it will give the same number. Minus 3 into 1 will become minus 3. Minus 4 into 1 will become minus 4. Either minus 5, minus 6, same thing 5, 8, 3, 7. So this shows that 1 is multiplicative identity for integers also. In general, for any integer a, we have a into 1 is equal to 1 into a is equal to a. What happens when we multiply an integer with minus 1? So complete the following. So when we multiply a negative with negative, it will become positive. So it is even. So it becomes minus minus positive into 3 is equal to 3. 3 into minus 1 will become minus 3. 6 into, here 2 negative are there, so it will become positive. So here it will be 6. Here only one negative is there. So when negative 1 is multiplied by 13, it will become minus 13. Here positive 25 and here negative 18. So what do you observe? Can you say minus 1 is a multiplicative identity of integer? The answer is no. 0 is an additive identity, whereas 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. We get additive inverse of an integer a when we multiply minus 1 to a, that is a into minus 1 is equal to minus 1 into a is equal to minus a. So associativity for multiplication. So you can see here 1.5.5, consider minus 3, minus 2 and 5. Look at it. Minus 3 into minus 2 into 5. It will become, you can write it as this also. You can associative property, you can write like this because it is in multiplication. You can write in this way also. In the first case, minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together, and in the second, minus 2 and 5 are grouped together. We see that minus 3 into minus 2 into 5 is equal to 30, and here minus 3 into minus 2 into 5 is also equal to 30, because minus minus will become positive. So we get the same answer in both the cases. Thus you can write the both as like this. You can write this in bracket as well as this in bracket also in associative property. Look at this and complete this. So you can write this as also same. The same thing is 7 into minus 6 will come like this. So the answer will be the same. Here also the same. You can write, the bracket will be interchanged. Does the grouping of integer affect the product of integer? No. You can write it in any way. If it is in multiplication, you can change the brackets and associative property, and the answer will be the same. In general, for any three integer a into b into c, you can write it in this way. You can see here in bracket a into b is equal into c is equal to a into bracket b into c. So take any 5 values of a, b and c each and verify this property. Thus, like whole number, the product of three integer does not depend upon the grouping of integer, and this is called the associative property for multiplication of integer. So there is now distributive property 1.5.6. We know that 16 into 10 plus 2 is equal to 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. So if the 16 get inside, it will become 16 into 10, and 16 will get here 16 into 2. So you can see here, that's the thing. Let us check this is true for integers also. So you can see here minus 2 into this. So minus 2 into 3 first, and then negative will come first and into 5. So it will become 16. Okay. So it's like this. You can write it like this. The answer will become same. So here the examples are given. So you can check it out. It's very easy. Can we say that the distributive property of multiplication of addition is true for all integer? Also, yes. So in general, for any integer a, b and c, a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. A gets inside and it is multiplied by b, and a gets multiplied by c. In middle it will be plus. So you can see here plus is here, a gets multiplied by b and a is multiplied by c. Take at least 5 different values for each a, b and c and verify the above distributive property. So you can try these examples. These are very easy examples of the above property we have studied. 1.5.7 making multiplication easier. Consider the following. We can find minus 25 into 37 into 4 as minus 25 into 37 into 4. You can write it like this, or the answer will become like minus 925 into 4 is equal to minus 37. So multiplication gets easier as you combine two together to make it short. So you can say that we can do this in this way. Minus 25 into 37 into 4 is equal to minus 25 into 4 into 37. So you can multiply this two term because it is easier to multiply 25 into 4. That will become minus 100. So you can easily multiply minus 100 into 37. That will become minus 3700. So which is the easier way? Obviously the second way is easier because multiplication of minus 25 into 4 gives minus 100, which is easier to multiply with 37. Note that the second way involves commutative and associativity of integer. So we find that the commutativity, associativity and distributivity of integer help to make our calculation simple. Let us further see how the calculation can be made easier using these these properties. Find 16 into 12. So it can be written as 12 can be written as 10 plus 2. So it will become easier. 16 will be multiplied by 10 and 16 will be multiplied by 2. So it will be easier to calculate this. So you can see here, when 16 is multiplied by 10, it will become 160, and 16 into 2 will become 32. So it is easier to multiply and then add the both, you will get the answer. So here also the same thing. You can write 48, it is 48, so you can search the nearest number so that you can multiply it easily. So you can see that they have used 50 minus 2. It will become 48. So this will multiply by 50 and this will be multiplied by minus 2. So here you can see that it will become positive, and here minus 1150, and this will become positive 46. So it is easier to calculate. So here also the same thing. It is 98. So you can write minus 100 plus 2 because it is minus. It is in minus, so you can write plus 2. It will not be minus, it will be plus. Okay. So here don't get confused. It is very easily you can write minus 35 into 100 plus minus 35 into 2. So it is very easy. 3500 and plus, and here it is minus. So it will become negative. It will be subtracted from here. So you will get 3430. Here also the same thing. When it is like this, you can write like
so sorry, it is 52 into minus 8 plus minus 52 into 2. So you can take common 52 because 52 is common. So it can be written as minus 52 into 2, can also be written as 52 into minus 2. So you can see here it is written like this, and you can get the answer very easily, minus 520. So you can try these examples. These are easy. The solution is also given. So you just check it out, do it simply, and you can get the answer by simply looking at or going through it. You can also solve the problem in the notebook, which will be much easier for you to revise it later on. So you can see here 1.6 division of integers. So now the multiplication is finished, and you can now learn division of integers. We know that division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Let us see an example of 4 whole numbers. So 3 into 5 is equal to 15. So the division will be 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. So you know that 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. Similarly, 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So 12 divided by 4 will give 3. So it is the inverse property. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So we can say that multiplication statement of whole number, there are two division statement. Can you write multiplication statement and its corresponding division statements for integer? So you can see here multiplication statement is here. 2 into minus 6 is equal to minus 12. Here minus 12 divided by minus 6. So minus will get cancelled, and you will get 2. 6 will be divided by 12. 12 will be divided by 6. You will get 2. So we can write it as minus 12 divided by 2 is equal to minus 6. So either way you can get this. So you can do that. From the above we observe minus 12 divided by 2 is equal to minus 6, and minus 20 divided by 5 is equal to minus 4. So negative will be there. If the two negative are added, then it will become a positive. So we observe that when we divide a negative integer by positive integer, the answer will be divided negative integer will be the quotient. So you can see here we divide them as the whole number and then put a minus sign before the quotient. So it is clear when there is a single minus, so you will put minus sign in front of it. We also observe that 72 divided by minus 8 is equal to 9. So same thing is there. 50 divided by minus 10 is equal to minus 5. So the same thing is coming here. So here also, so we can say that when we divide a positive integer by a negative integer, we first divide the whole numbers and then put a minus sign in front of it before the quotient. In general, for any two positive integers, you can see here a divided by minus b, so solution will be minus. So you can write it like this. The minus sign came in the numerator, minus a divided by b, where b should not be equal to 0. If b becomes 0, it will become infinite. So b should always be greater than 0. So we can say that minus 48 divided by 8 is equal to 48 divided by minus 8. Same thing. Can we check? We know that minus 48 divided by 8 is equal to minus 6, and 48 divided by minus 8 is also minus 6. So we can say that this thing is equal to this, and check this. So you can do this for this also. The answer will be same. Lastly, we observe minus 12 divided by minus 6 is equal to 2, and minus 20 divided by 4. So we know that if there is 2 minus is there and minus is here in the numerator and denominator, then the minus get cancelled. So you can see here minus 32 divided by minus 8 is equal to 4. So the answer is getting positive. So we can say that when we divide a negative integer by a negative integer, we first divide them as a whole number and put a positive sign plus. In general, for any two positive integer a and b, so you can see minus a divided by minus b is equal to a divided by b, where b should not be equal to 0. So properties of division of integer, observe the following table and complete it. What do you observe? We observe that integers are not closed under division. So you can see here the statement result of an integer is a positive. Minus 8 divided by minus 4 is equal to 2. So you can see here minus 4 divided by minus 8. So it will get 1 by 2. Okay. Here also result is not an integer. Here it will be in fraction. So it will, because 1 by 2 is in 0.5. So it is not an integer. So here also the same thing. It is not an integer. Here also this is also not an integer. It will be negative and it will also be negative. Justify it by taking 5 more examples. We know that the division is not commutative for whole number. Let us check for integer also. So you can see here. You can see from the table that minus 8 divided by minus is not equal to minus. So minus 4 by q, because it is not like that. It will become 1 by 2 and here it will be 2. if this is also not the it will not also not be equal, and this will not also be equal. We can say that division is commutative for integer. No, we can verify it by taking 5 more example. Like whole numbers, any integer divided by 0 is meaningless. 0 divided by an integer becomes 0, other than 0 is equal to 0. That is, for any integer a divided by 0 is not defined, but 0 divided by a is equal to 0. For a is not equal to 0, the denominator should not be 0. When we divide a whole number by 1, it gives the same whole number. So if there is 100 upon 1, it will be 100. Let us check whether it is true for negative integer also. So here also the same thing, whatever the numerator is, it will remain the same. So minus 8 divided by 1, it is equal to minus 8. Here also minus 11, minus 38, here minus 48, same thing is coming. This shows as the negative integer divided by 1 gives the same negative integer. So any integer divided by 1 gives the same integer. So you can see here a divided by 1 is equal to a. So what happens when we divide the integer by minus 1? So if the same thing is there, if the minus will become positive, it will become 8. So here only one negative is there, but then it will come in the numerator, it will become minus 11. Here also it will come in numerator, minus 13. Here there are 2, so it will become 48, it will become positive 48. Here also 2, my positive 37. Here also 2, there are it will become a positive 25. What do we observe? We can say that if the integer is divided by minus 1, it does not give the same integer. So we can say that. So here are some examples like that. We know that here also the same thing is there. Can you say the division is associative? It is not associative also. You can check this out. It is not associative. The answer will be totally different. It will not be equal. So here are some example. Example 6. In a test, plus 5 marks are given for every correct and minus 2 marks for every incorrect answer. Radhika answered all questions and scored 30 marks, though she got 10 correct answers. Jay also answered all the question and scored minus 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had they attempted? So we can say that, see that marks given for a correct answer is 5. So marks given for 10 correct answer is equal to 50. 5 into 10. Radhika scored 30. Marks obtained incorrect. 30 minus 50 is equal to minus 20. So mark given for one correct answer is equal to minus 2. So number of incorrect answer minus 20 divided by minus 2. It is 10. So 10 incorrect answers. So for J, marks given 4 correct answer. 5 into 4 is equal to 20. J scored minus 12. So mark obtained by incorrect answer is equal to minus 12. Minus 20 is equal to minus 32. So we'll divide both of them, because minus 2 is for negative answer, wrong answer. So we will divide it, and here is the number of incorrect answer is 16. So J incorrect answer was 16. So here is another example number 7. A shopkeeper earns a profit of 1 by selling 1 pen and incurs a loss of 40 paisa per pencil while selling pencils of her old stock. In particular month, she incurs a loss of 5 rupees. In this period, she sold 45 pens. How many pencils did she sell in this period? In the second point, in the next month, she earns neither profit nor loss. If she sold 70 pens, how many pencils did she sell? So profit earned by selling 1 pen is 1 rupee. You can see here. And profit earned by selling 45 pen is equal to 45, which is denoted by positive for rupees 45. The loss is given 5. So we can denote it by minus 5. Okay. So here it is profit earned plus loss incurred is equal to total loss. So loss is equal to profit plus loss incurred. Okay. Now therefore loss incurred is equal to, so you can put here, it will come here, so it will become minus. So total loss minus profit earned. So here is the loss minus 5 minus 45 will become minus 50. So minus 5,000 paisa, because 50 rupees is equal to minus 5,000 paisa. 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. That's why it's like this. Loss incurred by selling 1 pencil is equal to 40 paisa. So which we can write as minus 40 paisa. So number of pencils sold is equal to number of total loss incurred divided by the total number of loss incurred by selling pencils. Okay. So minus 5,000 divided by minus 40, minus will become positive, and here it will become 125. So you can see here. The next month there is neither profit nor loss. So profit earned plus loss incurred is equal to 0. So that is profit earned is equal to minus loss incurred. So profit earned by selling 70 pens is equal to 70. So loss incurred by selling pencil, 70 pencil will indicate minus, which we indicate by minus 70 or 7,000 paisa. So number of pencils sold equals 7,000 minus 7,000 divided by minus 40, which will be 175 pencils. So here is the exercise. You can easily do this because we have studied this above. It is very easy to solve. So the chapter is finished. We will discuss what we have studied here. Integer are bigger collection of number which is formed by whole numbers and their negatives. These were introduced in class 6. We have studied in the earlier class about the representation of integer on the number line and their addition and subtraction. So we have studied that. We now study the properties satisfied by addition and subtraction. Integers are closed for addition and subtraction both. This is a, that is a plus b is equal to and a minus b are again integers. So where a and b are any integers. So when there are two integers added, the answer will be integer. If it is subtracted, then also the answer will be an integer. Addition is commutative for integer, that is a plus b is equal to b plus a. So integers are commutative in nature, and addition is associative, that is a plus b. You can change the bracket also. You can see here a plus b plus c is equal to, you can write it like this, bracket a plus b in bracket plus c. Okay, integer 0 is identity and addition, that is a plus 0 will and like 0 plus a is equal to a for every integer a. So you have studied now integer could be multiplied and found the product of a positive integer, negative integer is a negative integer, whereas the product of two negative integer is a positive integer. We have studied it. For example, when there is only 1, it is negative, and when there is 2, it will become a positive 24. Okay. Product of even number of negative integer is positive, where the product of odd number of negative integers is negative. We have studied this also. Integer shows some properties under the multiplication. Integer are closed under multiplication, that is a into b is an integer for any two integer a and b. Multiplication is commutative. We have studied just now, that is a into b is equal to b into a. You can write it like this. This is commutative property. Integer 1 is the identity under multiplication, that is 1 multiplied by anything will become that number itself. So 1 into a is equal to a into 1 is equal to a. Okay, multiplication is an associative property. So I have studied that it is an associative property. When there is multiplication, the answer will be same. Under addition and multiplication, integers was a property called distributive property. So it is a distributive property, and the answer will be same here also. You can multiply it inside, and you will get a into b plus a into c. Okay. The properties of commutative, associative under addition and multiplication and the distributive property helps us to make our calculation easier. So we have done some calculation which were very easy. We also learned how to divide integers. We found that when a positive integer is divided by a negative integer, the quotient obtained is negative, and vice versa. Negative will be there always if there is only one negative. Division of negative integer by another negative integer gives a positive as quotient. For any integer a, we have a divided by 0 will become not defined. The denominator should never be 0. And if it is 1, then it will be the same number a. A divided by 1 is equal to a. So here the chapter is finished, and we will start the next chapter in the next class. Thank you.